This is a meeting that we purposely, in terms of planning for our activities and games which are coming up with the ministry, because we need to align together so that we can be able to make sure that we present a very formidable team going forward in terms of all angles, that the loose ends that and the caps that could be arising in any time. I think one thing that I want maybe to say personally is that we need to make sure that we have everything at our fingertips controlled. This is not the COVID time. So we want to see to it that this one should be our very best outing in terms of the medal harvest and representation for our country. And also we want to make sure that again that whatever that may be our sportsmen, once they start for training or once they start to go through training camp, they need to focus for the medals. And that is why we are here, and we want to see to it that we pull all our energies and minds together so that we can be able maybe to work as a team.
And last year, we are all aware that World Athletics Council actually discussed this issue concerning the doping in Kenya. And as Waziri said earlier on, when Waziri talked to World Athletics Council, they kindly accepted to give us a chance to continue. But that was after the government, of course, gave an assurance of financial support to test more athletes, more athletes. And that is where we are. Now we want to test more, but you see, as the athletes are being tested in a bigger number, we also want to widen up and find out which other areas do we need to look at. And this one I'm talking about the athlete support personnel, because in terms of information that has been gathered by the experts, is that there are people who are also involved. There could be people who are involved, not necessarily athletes.
It's a fantastic opportunity for Paris 2024 and a great beginning, considering we are still for about 420 days to the Games. This is probably the first time, the earliest time that the government and NOC have been able to meet to prepare for the Olympic Games. Well, the Games mission also has its objectives, operational objectives, and with this we are just making sure that we are able to provide all the support to each and every federation as much as we can to be able to qualify for the event.
Yeah, it is true. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And as the Swahili say, safari ya kesho hupangwa leo, meaning that we have to make sure that we get ready. Kenya has paid dearly previously for not being prepared or not planning in good time, just making sure that everything is done according to a clear timetable, that you have a checklist of what to do, when and how. And so this is really good. We are breaking with the tradition of last minute. We are a country that really loves to leave it until the last minute. And then we run helter-skelter. We end up exposing our athletes sometimes to very, very unacceptable situations. We have had situations in the past of athletes stuck at airports, athletes without proper accommodation, which affects performance ultimately. It affects the performance and our medal haul at these competitions.